Alright, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to UFC Undisputed 3. I did have plans to do a title mode today. I was going to do a title mode run with Nick Diaz, but you know me, I can't make a decision. I ended up second guessing myself at the last minute, and that ended up turning into, why don't I do a, because we don't know, excuse me, you can't get title mode when it comes to being in Pride in this game, which is a bit of a letdown if you'd ask me. I don't have many critiques of UFC Undisputed 3, but that was one thing I would have liked to see the developers add, was a title mode featuring Pride instead of just doing it all in the UFC. So I thought, since we got no title mode for Pride, why don't we do a 8-man tournament, middleweight Grand Prix, and I'm going to try and sort of replicate Wanderlei Silva's 2003 Pride Grand Prix run. Obviously, it can't be exactly the same because there's certain fighters within that tournament that are not in this game, such as Hidehiko Yoshida, Sakuraba, and Kiyoshi Tamura, 3 Japanese fighters that are not in the game. So just kind of had to fill them in. But some of the other fighters we have got, and let's see who's going to be in the bracket. Well, if you know the Total Elimination 2003 tournament, you know exactly who was in it. Well, let's zoom in. So the opening fight is going to be Chuck Liddell, the Iceman from the UFC, taking on Alistair Overeem, the Demolition Man. And I'm using a mod in this game that takes heavyweight Overeem and puts him at light heavyweight, so this match can take place. You know, back in the day, if you remember, people forget, man. Dana White, president of the UFC, had a bet on, like an actual bet with the Pride president, Mr. Sakakibara, that Chuck would take the entire tournament. Oh no, what it was, Dana wanted Chuck to fight Wanderlei, and Mr. Sakakibara said the only way I'm going to allow that to take place is if Chuck enters the tournament and he matches up with Wanderlei in the tournament. So Dana said, all right then, and he sent his boy over from the States to participate in the tournament. And I think they had something like a $200,000 bet on the entire, whether Chuck would take the entire thing or not. So that's going to be your opening fight. Chuck the Iceman Liddell taking on Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem. Next fight, Quentin Rampage Jackson taking on Murillo Bustamante. This fight also went down the same way. Quentin actually met Murillo in the first round of the tournament. So that's their following fight. Third fight on the bracket, we're going to be playing as Wanderlei, the Axe Murderer. A genuine real-life marauder. Like, I mean, it should have been called the Axe Marauder instead of the Axe Murderer. But Wanderlei, I mean, if you know, 5-year title reign in Pride, steroid-infused destruction for 5 years in the middleweight division, juice to the gills, soccer kicks to the face, brutal knees to the face, you name it, Wanderlei did it. And his opponent was Kazushi Sakuraba in the 2003 Total Elimination opening rounds, but we've got no Sakuraba, unfortunately. I know the UFC Undisputed Forever modders have put Sakuraba in the game, but it's a calf. It's not really Sakuraba, you know what I mean? And they just give him like a move set to try and replicate Sakuraba's move set. But Wanderlei did fight Hidehiko Yoshida in the 2005 middleweight Grand Prix, and Nakamura is a protege of Yoshida, so I thought that'd be a fitting match. You know, Yoshida being an Olympic gold medalist in judo in the Barcelona 1992 Olympics, and Kazuhiro Nakamura being his protege, another judoka. So why not square him up against Wanderlei in the third bracket? All right, next one. The New York badass Phil Baroni going up against Akihiro Gono. I didn't really know who to fill in this spot, you know, because we haven't got a Kiyoshi Tamura, and like I say, we haven't got a Hidehiko Yoshida who squared off against each other, 2 Japanese fighters. Phil Baroni currently serving time in prison in real life for the killed his girlfriend allegedly, didn't he? That he's serving time. He beat her to death, and he's going up against Akihiro Lights Out Gono. All right. Should be an interesting tournament. Like I say, we're going to be playing as Wanderlei. One more thing to note before we get going. I am going to start now. Because this is a tournament, any damage or stamina loss that the fighters take during their fights will carry over to the next round. So if they get beat up, if they get cut to ribbons, if they're bleeding in their opening match, they're going to take those injuries into the next round. Same for any fatigue or stamina loss. So it should be interesting. I'm going to leave all that stuff on. All right then. Let's crack on with it. Let's get it going. This Pride Middleweight Grand Prix run with Wanderlei Silva.
ただいまよりプライドミドル級グランプリ第1試 And now, the first Pride Middleweight Grand Prix match. In the blue corner, from the USA, Chuck Liddell.
All right, then, here we are with the opening matchup of this Pride Middleweight Grand Prix. We got Chuck Liddell coming over from the UFC, trying his luck in Pride, trying to take the tournament, potentially trying to get a matchup with Wanderlei in the tournament. I mean, it would have been every fight fan's dream back in the day, back in this time, to see Chuck go against Wanderlei. We didn't quite get it in that time. We got it in the UFC a few years later, but that would have been incredible. So we got a baby Overeem. This is pre-Overeem metamorphosis, Alistair Overeem. You know, when he was at middleweight, he was long, he was lean, he wasn't skinny, but he was just like very slender. And then he sort of, if you've ever seen the manga Akira, when he's just like morphing constantly towards the end, I feel that's what Overeem did when he went into heavyweight. So we've got a slim down Alistair Overeem.
Corner, 188cm, 83kg, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell!
Chuck Liddell is 21-8 overall, and he's 2-1 in Pride.
Aka corner, 195cm, 116kg, the Demolition Man, Alistair Overeem!
Alistair, the Demolition Man Overeem, 35-11 and 1 no contest overall.
No elbows from here. No headbutting. No to the groins. No grab rope. Okay? Strong, honest fight. Okay? Shake. Okay? Same corner. Judge. 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 Ready?
Hi everybody, welcome to Pride Fighting Championships. This is the Fight Professor Stephen Quadros alongside Boss Rutan, aka El Guapo. And welcome to the show.
So this is the first time I've had the...
Only one will reign supreme as the Pride Middleweight Grand Prix champion. Gung, 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 gung.
Wow, man, look at the intensity of these two. This is going to be a great start to the tournament. I know it.
Okay, this commentary is incredible. Like, I mean, I've never had the commentary on for Pride so far, but we're joined here by Stephen Quadros, the Fight Professor, and of course El Guapo Bass Rutan, my favourite MMA fighter of all time. And I thought I'd leave it on. We leave it on for the title modes, but I thought I'd leave it on for Pride.
Trading blows there.
So Alistair looking a lot bigger than Chuck in this one. You know, Dana was actually sat at ringside for this during the event. You know, you could hear the nerves in his voice when he you know, Chuck was getting caught with a lot of knees to the body and stuff like that from Alistair, and some sneaky little punches by Alistair were landing. And I won't spoil the results of the fight for you if you've not seen the Total Elimination 2003. Go and watch that on YouTube. I think it is on the UFC's YouTube channel. Or it's on YouTube anyway. So this is an AI going at it. We will be controlling Wanderlei when it's Wanderlei's turn. We're playing as Wanderlei, but... Oh, big left hand over the top from Overeem. Rocking Chuck, putting him on Queer Street. Chuck covering up, getting rocked in the first round. Bit of fatigue setting in for Overeem there. Don't forget, an opening 10-minute round in Pride, and then 2 5-minute rounds as opposed to 3 5-minute rounds in the UFC. Very long first round for the fighters in Pride. True test to the fighters' endurance. Oh, nice spinning back kick to the liver. Bass saying it's to the spleen, but I'll have to correct you on that one, Bass. That was actually to the liver. You should know that better than anyone. Look at this. Some nice custom shorts there made for Alistair by the lads on the UFC Undisputed Discord. They look really nice. I think he had Muay Thai shorts on in the actual fight back at this time. Bleeding from the nose heavily is Alistair. Oh, big left hook from Chuck. Oh, brutal stop to the face, putting Alistair on Queer Street. Beautiful. He's a marauder. Flying over into the side mount. I mean, I don't need to commentate during this. We could just sit back and listen to Quadros and Bass. Chuck bleeding on the right eyebrow. Big knee up the middle from Alistair, and an uppercut. Rock and Chuck again for the second time. Big right hand. Chuck about to get put out of the tournament. Alistair trying to finish the fight. Knees to the head. Over.
I think so too, because he didn't answer anything.
Yeah, Bass is right. Chuck not answering any of those shots on the ground.
With an outstanding finish.
And Alistair progresses through to the next round of the middleweight Grand Prix.
And this was a good call by the referee.
Oh, big knee to the head and another one on the ground. Chuck in the corner with nowhere to go. Referee steps in.
Again, great call by the referee.
Was a good call. Chuck not answering any of those knees to the head. He'd already been hit a few minutes earlier. Oh, look at that big knee. Oh, and another one. And Chuck's time in the middleweight Grand Prix comes to an abrupt end. Look at this. I was hoping we would get a fight against Chuck in the tournament. It's already gone south.
The winner, Alistair Overeem. And now, the second Pride Middleweight Grand Prix match.
青コーナー選手の入場です
In the blue corner, from the USA, Quinton the Rampage Jackson.
All right, here we are. Second bracket in the middleweight Grand Prix. Quinton Rampage Jackson taking on Murillo Bustamante. And finally, I get to show off these custom shorts I've made for Quinton. I tried to get as close as I could to what he wore in the 2003 middleweight tournament. It took me forever to find the font on some of the sponsors on the shorts, but I got as close as I could with it.
赤コーナー選手の
And I'm very happy with how
入場
those
です
shorts turned out.
In the from Brazil,
Murillo Bustamante, former UFC middleweight champion back in the day, defeated Dave Monet to become the middleweight champion back at UFC 35. Throwdown, I think that event was called. And then Murillo eventually had a bit of a stint in Pride. In the ring, ready to go, got that Crash Bandicoot build.
これより第2試合を行います。青コーナー185センチ83キロクイントン・ランページ・ジャクソン
Quinton Rampage Jackson's 32-8 overall. He's 12-5 in Pride.
赤コーナー183センチ83キロムリロ・ブスタマンチ
Murillo Bustamante is 14-8-1 overall, and he's 4-5 in Pride Fighting Championships.
No elbows from here. No headbutting. No to the groins. No grab rope. Okay? Strong, honest fight. Okay? Shake. Okay? Same corner. Judge. 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 Ready?
Hello, everybody. My name is Boss Rudin. I'm sitting here with...
The fight professor, Stephen Quadros.
That's
and
right.
welcome to Pride Fighting Championships. These two are competing for a spot in the Grand Prix semifinals. What do you think the best strategy is in a tournament like this, Bob?
Well, if it was me, I'd come out super aggressive. I mean, you get an early finish, and you're in the semifinals with no damage.
Whoa! And down he goes!
Oh, bloody hell. Quinton getting dropped early by Murillo. If there's one thing Quinton needs to do in this fight, it is keep the fight standing. Do not go to the ground.
You know, it's the one you don't see coming.
With Murillo Bustamante, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, out of Brazilian top team, phenomenal BJJ practitioner.
Yeah, and the problem
Quinton
is, if a guy turns his
should
head
have the advantage in the
while the
stand-up
guy's
for
throwing a
sure.
punch and the guy hits him behind the head, it's not the puncher's fault.
No, it's not.
And Quinton immediately defying my advice, looking for the takedown.
Ooh, nice hook there. Caught him.
And Murillo did a pretty decent boxing, actually, for someone who's primarily a BJJ fella. You know, he showed that in his fight with Dave Monet when he won the belt off him. I'm pleased with how those shorts turned out. Look at those shorts on
Beautiful
Quinton.
takedown. Well
Beautiful. Quentin floating over into the side mount. Looks like Murillo's cut already above the left eye.
Oh, I like that.
This is not a good place for Quentin. Murillo floating over. Taking full mount. Look out for an armbar from the top. This is terrible for Quentin Jackson. This is not going to go the way I wanted it to. There were certain fighters I wanted to progress in this tournament, and Rampage is about to get submitted. Look at this. Over. Murillo Bustamante submits Quentin Rampage Jackson in round number 1 via armbar. Rampage, I told you, mate, you got to stay off the ground with this fella. He's too good on the ground. You took the fight there. Look at this.
Beautiful submission victory here.
Beautiful. He's a marauder. Straightening out the arm. There's the tap. Quentin, why did you take the fight to the ground?
Together, but he couldn't. That arm, he tapped before it popped.
Oh, I was hoping we'd get some like classic Wanderlei and Rampage Jackson meet up in the tournament, or Chuck and Wanderlei meet up, and none of that's happening now. Look at this.
The winner, Marilla Bustamante. And now, the third Pride Middleweight Grand Prix match.
青コーナー選手の入場です
In the blue corner, from Brazil, Wanderlei Silva.
Wanderlei walking out to some knockoff version of Darude Sandstorm, which was the tune he always used to walk out to. Get to showcase some custom shorts I've made for Wanderlei in this one as well. Here we are, look at those shorts. Tried to replicate his 2003 middleweight tournament shorts. Got pretty close.
赤コーナー選手の入場です
In the red corner, from Japan,
Kazuhiro Nakamura making his way down to the ring. So we've already got Alistair Overeem progressed to the next round. He's going to be facing Murillo Bustamante. And Murillo progressing to the next round, taking barely any damage, getting Rampage out of there early on in the first with an armbar. So he's going to be fresh. So that's one thing I've got to bear in mind here. I can't be getting into like a 3-round slugfest here. Got to get him out of there.
第3試合を行います青コーナー178センチ83キロジャック・マダーラ
Wanderlei Silva is 33, 11, 1-1 overall. He's 22 and 4 in Pride.
赤コーナー178センチ83キロ中村
Kazuhiro Nakamura is 15 and 10 overall, and he's 11 and 6 in Pride Fighting Championships.
No elbows from here. No headbutting. No to the groins. No grab rope. Okay? Strong, honest fight. Okay? Shake. Okay? Same corner. Judge. Ready?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Pride Fighting Championships. This is Stephen Quadros, the fight professor, alongside
Boss Rutan, a.k.a. El Guapo.
And welcome to the show.
Oh,
We've
God.
already seen 4 of our tournament fighters compete.
So I'm
Is it
controlling
too early
Wanderlei
to
in this
pick a
one.
favorite, boss?
We're playing on
Yeah, I would
advanced
say so.
difficulty as
We
usual.
don't know how hurt these people are from the first two
Nakamura
fights yet.
in on a body
And I
lock up
think
against
this
the
one
ropes.
is
Look out for the
oh,
judo. Immediately getting me to the ground. North-south position. I can't sit here. I've got to
What's he
move.
working for? Back again into side control.
So the eagle-eyed amongst you
And there's the half
might
guard.
notice Wanderlei is using his UFC 2010 skin. His actual,
And he maintains top position.
you know, his actual skin file. You know, he's got a bit of stubble going on. He's got a bit of hair. I think that looks a lot better for him.
Nice control from
Having a
top
bit of
position.
trouble getting off the ground.
Takes him
Off.
out.
There we go. Back up. I mean, Nakamura is just uncorking hammers.
Nice liver shot there.
And I'm
So
taking...
many punches being landed
My strategy of not taking too much damage is already fucking going out the window.
Great punch. You know, this shows
Nakamura's got those like annoying built-in head movements, hooks. Already looking for the takedown. He's met with a big knee up the middle. Vicious soccer kick to the face. It's stomp to the face, should I say.
He gets up.
Oh, there's a big right off the jab to the body.
You know, you can't take
Nakamura looking for shots again. Oh, big stomp to the face. This is my chance to try and get him out of there. Can I fall down into his... Okay, I thought I could just like go on top of him for a minute there.
Like
Beautiful.
Whoa.
What kind of moves has Wanderlei got? Has he got a... I mean, we should be utilising the clinch. Wanderlei did a lot of his nasty work. Nakamura again on a body lock. We might be going for a ride here if we're not careful. Knee to the body. Get that. Can we get that whip knee going? Yeah, tried. I mean, Nakamura looking for that clinch. He should be. He's a judo guy. Wanderlei definitely the superior striker.
He trapped his leg there.
Catching the leg is Nakamura.
To the body.
Oh, look at that vicious right hand.
He was rocked from that
Smart
punch.
move by Nakamura to lock up into the clinch.
That was crazy.
Wanderlei, oh, he's got a flying knee.
And there's the shot.
And there we have another clinch. What is he going to do with
Another
it?
clinch by Nakamura. Wanderlei having none of it.
Whoop, he slipped that hook. What a combination. I love that body hatch combination.
Oh, looking for that head kick is Wanderlei.
Straight to the body.
Oh, big counter left hook from Wanderlei. Trying to let his hands go. Nakamura firing back with some... There's those like built-in head movement hooks from Nakamura. They're always tricky.
Oh, this one hit.
Oh, looking for that flying knee. Trying for the shoot again, Nakamura.
Down with the sprawl.
He doesn't step that low kick in, that right low kick. He needs to step it in deeper. Or set it
Trying to
up
get
with
that
the
Muay
punch.
Thai whip knees in. He's denying me. Breaks out of it.
Trade 1 for 1.
He could really take a...
Oh, Nakamura getting rocked with a nice 1-2.
Goes down.
Oi, 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 oi. This could be it.
Is he going to take it to his front?
Oh, good left hand. Oh, man, he caught him with a good knee.
Nakamura in a world of trouble here. I don't know why I'm transitioning to the back. I didn't press that.
Great counter punch.
Oh, big
That was
uppercut.
a nice uppercut.
I mean, we're going into this next round already taking damage. If we progress.
Both guys took shots in that exchange. We're seeing hooks aplenty here.
Liver shot attempt. You know, you want to follow it up with the right hook to the head. Oh,
Good teep kick.
Trying to catch him with a head kick as he's coming in. Oh, big left hook to the head. Nakamura goes down. That's it. Over.
he is out.
Right straight to the body. Left hook to the head. And we're already caught a bunch of times.
Wanderlei Silva,
Going into the next round.
murderer, does it again in violent fashion.
Not the cleanest victory at all. We're a little bit busted up. See if we can recover in between
And here's
fights.
the shot that ended things.
Oh, right straight to the body. Nakamura defends, but he drops the right hand at the very last minute. Gets caught with that left hook. And then trademark Wanderlei.
No
Ground and
human
pound
being
brutality.
on earth could take that
Just to
punch.
make sure the job's done.
Whoosh! Right on the button. And he still shows the effect of that knockout.
ただいまの試合勝者ジャック・マダーラワンダレイ・シルバー
The winner, Wanderlei Silva!
ただいまよりプライドミドル級グランプリ第4試合を行います
And now, the fourth Pride Middleweight Grand Prix match.
青コーナー選手の入場です
In the
All right, the final brackets in the opening fights. It's Phil Baroni taking on Akihiro Gono. Look at Phil Baroni fucking spurging out as he makes his way down to the ring. Phil doing time in the slammer for beating his girlfriend to death, or allegedly, like, I don't know the exact details, but she was found dead anyway in a hotel room, and looks like it's Phil that's done it. Akihiro Gono making his way down to the ring. Big fan of James Toney. Is Akihiro Gono, adopted the same nickname, Lights Out. In the ring, looking in shape, ready to go. We get to see some custom shorts I've made for Baroni as well, or just added the sponsors too.
83キロ Phil Baroni.
Phil Baroni is 14 and 13 overall, and he's 4 and 2 in Pride Fighting Championships.
175センチ 83キロ Gono
Akihiro Gono is 32, 16 and 7 overall, and he's 6 and 3 in Pride.
No elbows from here. No headbutting. No to the groins. No grab rope. Okay? Strong, honest fight. Okay? Shake. Okay? Sink on. Judge. 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 Ready?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Pride Fighting Championships. I'm Stephen Quadros, the fight professor, alongside my broadcast partner, El Guapo, Boss Rutan, and welcome to the show.
Whoa, it's going to be great, Vato. Looking forward to it.
The last spot in the Grand Prix tournament semis will go to one of these men.
Wow, this is going to be a wild semifinals. This is a really high level of competition tonight.
The shorts turned out all right. I mean, they're Phil's default shorts in the game. I just added the sponsors on the front there. They were looked a little bit plain by default. Just thought it'd spice them up a little bit. Phil had a couple of decent showings in Pride, but, like, I mean, when I say decent, a couple of entertaining fights. You know, knocking out Ryo Chonan. Oh, might be knocking out Akihiro Gono. Gono doing a good job of getting back to his feet. He had 2 fights with Ikehisa the Punk Minowa. I think they went 1-on-1 against each other. But that knockout against Ryo Chonan was solid, I think. I think it was Chonan he knocked out.
Nice kick to the body. Oh, nice setup. Body shot and then go to the head. Boom, high kick.
Great counter punch.
He's not even dazed.
Phil had a good fight against. He came up short, but it was a good fight between him and Frank Shamrock. I think that was in was it Elite XC back in the day, or was that Strike Force? It might have been Elite XC. Frank fucking beat the fuck out of Phil.
He switches up right into southpaw.
And I think Phil's one of them now who's definitely showing signs of, I don't know, maybe a bit of CTE, you know, in his later years. And people are trying to say it contributed to, you know, what he did to his partner, his girlfriend, you know. But there's loads of steroid abuse to add to that as well. You know, Phil was like a bodybuilder back in the day, and, you know, a bit of a hothead, and, you know, a concoction of taking shots to the head and being on steroids. It's like the Chris Benoit thing, you know what I mean? It's like, well, we all know what happened with the Chris Benoit thing in WWF. What that tragedy that happened there. You know, the CTE it fucks these people up. You know, it doesn't excuse what they do by any means, but it's definitely a contributing factor to the behavioural mindset, as you know, and they end up doing what they do. You know, it's fucking sad. Like, knee to the body from Gono. Oh, there's a nice left hand right down the pipe from Gono there, looking for the spinning back fist.
Fatigue is becoming a factor.
Gono letting it all go, but he's got to be careful. He's only in the first round. And we've got another 5 minutes to go before this first round ends. So he's got to pace himself. Don't forget, all the stamina and damage will carry over into the next round. So the quicker you can get your opponents out of there, the better it is for you. Oh, both looking for big left hooks, big meaty hooks. It was Gono who landed, though.
And he goes to the body.
Looping left over the top from Gono, looking for the uppercut.
4 minutes left here.
Right straight to the body from Phil, but it's caught from Gono, locking up into the clinch. I remember one of Phil's most brutal KOs. It wasn't actually in Pride. It was at UFC 30. Was it 39? UFC 39. The Warrior's Return, I think it was called. It was my first time seeing Phil Baroni. It was one of the first UFC DVDs I actually got my hands on that we could actually buy in the UK. It was at a HMV store, it was called, in my local town. And I found it, I grabbed it. And Phil fought Dave Monet on that card, and he fucking knocked him out brutally. He had him sort of held up against the cage with straights, just blasting him. And Gono getting blasted, getting put on Queer Street. Nicely done to pull Phil into the guard, though. But Phil off to a great start in the first round.
Keep your nose on your opponent, I say. Not your eyes. Even when you bow. A lot of guys say keep your eyes on your opponent, but then you can still move your face to the side. No, nose. Peripheral vision all over the place.
Bass cranking out. Stephen Quadro should I say cranking out the Enter the Dragon quotes there.
Should have closed his guard.
Always keep your eyes on your opponent, even when you bow. One of the many good quotes from Bruce Lee.
The open guard.
Beautiful. Gono cut over the right eyebrow. If he's successful in dispatching Phil, he'll be carrying that injury into the next round.
That was a nice clean shot here.
Phil on his back, fully mounted. This is not good for Phil. Just over 30 seconds remain for Gono to do something here in this first round. Phil looking to put his back up against the ropes. Maybe get back to his feet here. Pepper and lefts lands from Gono. Flattens Phil out again.
Left in the round.
Transitioning right into side control.
Gonna run out of time.
Locked up in north-south. And that's the end of round number one. A round that, in my opinion, was completely one-sided.
Yeah, this one is an easy one to call.
Okay? Split that offense, cut that angle. Split that offense, cut that angle. Split.
One quick thing, when you go jab blow, come back with the jab. Don't come back with the hook. He's leaning back. He'll catch him with...
Okay, but I need a lead hook overhand, not the backhand overhand. And if it lands, then come back with that backside. Okay? And every so often, change levels, go body head.
And let's take a
Some
look
of the
at
highlights from round number one. Both throwing big hooks. Phil's getting there just before Gono's right landed on the chin, looking for the stomp, but Phil was just a bit short on that. Oh, look at that. Big left hook right on the jaw, turning the chin of Gono. Did well to fight through it. Kick to the body is caught from Phil. Big counter right hook over the top, scoring another knockdown. Gono showcases his chin. And there's another nice catch on the kick from Phil. Two big left hooks landed. Gono getting dropped for a third time in the round. Phil with 3 big knockdowns in that round.
Seconds out, ladies. Seconds out.
Here we go. It will be round number 2.
Second round underway. Phil coming out aggressive with a nice hook combination.
And there we have another clinch. What's he going to do with it?
In on a body lock is Gono.
Oh, wow! What a suplex!
It was Quadro sort of beautiful. Into full mount. We're picking up where he left off at the end of the first round is Gono. Phil.
Oh, I like that. That was beautiful. Nice reversal.
Steven Seagal reversal from Phil. To temporarily get top position, but he's on his back again. Mounted again.
Now, mount position. Oh, but then he gets reversed.
Beautiful. He's a marauder. It might be the best strategy for Gono after getting dropped 3 times in that first round. Maybe get top position and try and get ground and pound to get Phil out of there. Oh, it's one of Phil's weaknesses. Although Phil was a pretty decent wrestler in his own right, but he tends to sort of mentally give up when he got put on his back and he couldn't keep it on the feet and box with people. You know, he just sort of mentally fatigued and quitted in the grappling side of things. He's full got, well, he had Gono briefly fully mounted there.
Open guard again.
Gono trying to push him away. Phil floating over to side mount.
There's the half guard again. And he's got mount again.
You know, in the mount position, you always want to look for a high mount. Climb on the chest. So your opponent at the bottom can't start bucking up. You know, he has less leverage when you sit on the chest.
Right, and get those knees right under the armpits. And that punch finds his mark.
Phil landed a nice left there. Bass with some advice on the full mount, trying to tell you to sit high on the chest, so when your opponent does try to buck, there's nothing going on, you know what I mean? You're not sat on the opponent's hip, so they can't buck you.
Ooh, big
Sit closer up to the chest. Beautiful. He's a marauder. This is a bad position for Phil. He doesn't want to be in that north-south position. Knees to the head are allowed in Pride. Gono looks like he was trying to circle to north-south again there. Under a minute remains in round number 2.
Beautiful, nice reversal. Nice side mount here. Ooh, that was a clean shot there.
Oh, big lefts landing for Phil. Gono got to move. No, he can't pass. Gono got to move. Phil again going to the side mount. Raining down shots. Gono getting put on Queer Street in this second round. Phil with knees to the body. Raining down lefts and rights. Oh, and the bell arguably saving Gono there.
Big shots landing, huge.
And we're not going to a second round in this in the opening brackets. We're going to go to a judge's decision in this one.
Great performances by both guys.
And hopefully I've got an easy opponent for the next round, because these lads just had like a 15-minute war. This is the end of the round there, the end of the fight. Phil rocking Gono, putting him on Queer Street, trying to finish the fight, but the bell comes to the aid of Gono.
And we all want to know, and now let's see what the judges have to say.
ただいまの試合判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ佐藤青コーナー、ジャッジ高橋青コーナー、ジャッジ鈴木青コーナー、よって勝者ビル・バローニー。
And now, the winner by a unanimous judgment call, Baroni.
ただいまよりプライドミドル級グランプリ準決勝第1試合を行います。
And now, the first match in the Pride Middleweight Grand Prix Semifinals.
青コーナー選手の入場です。
In the blue corner, from Brazil, Wanderlei Silva.
So the first semi-final match is about to get underway, and we are squared off with Phil Baroni. Now, I would have loved to have seen this fight back in the day. There was actually a bit of rivalry between the two camps. Wanderlei's camp being Shootbox, and Phil Baroni was part of Team Hammerhouse when he came to Pride, and it all stemmed from when Mark Coleman fought Mauricio Shogun Hua, and Shogun broke his arm in that fight trying to defend the takedown, and there was a bit of a melee in the ring afterwards. And Wanderlei and Phil Baroni went at it a little bit, and I would love to have seen these two go at it, because they were both aggressive as fuck, you know what I mean? It would have been a great fight to see. And just something to note as well, you didn't get to see it because the in-between round stats, I didn't get to show you it because the Pride music was playing, but Phil is coming into this fight with 50% head damage already inflicted. We are sitting at 23% head damage. There was some damage to the body, but it wasn't as significant as the head damage, so yeah. We're both a bit marked up, but Phil just a little bit more so than us.
これより2回戦第1試合を行います。青コーナー178センチ83キロジアックス・マダーラバンダレイ・シウバー。赤コーナー175センチ83キロフィル・バローニー。
No elbows from here. No headbutting. No to the groins. No grab rope. Okay? Strong, honest fight. Okay? Shake. Okay? Same corner.
Oh, bit of a shove from Phil. Look at the animosity. I love it. Right, got to be careful here. Don't want to be getting ironed out at this stage of the tournament. I'll touch his gloves. Oh, look at Phil with that bitch move. Sticking his glove out and then landing it right over the top.
And the semifinals are underway.
I don't think we have to worry about Phil going for takedowns here. Oh, big left hand from Baroni. Flying into the full guard.
Yeah, see, that changes the whole game now.
It was a beautiful
Tell you what,
left-hand counter that planted
this is not a good start.
Pops back up.
Wanderlei busted up already. I mean, this is not good. Oh, Phil Baroni getting the better of these exchanges.
Big left hand. Yeah, that one hurts. You know, it's the one
Phil's
you
trying to
don't see
lock up
coming.
clinches.
You know, you don't expect. Like, Tyson was really good at that. He was so short on you. It was such a short hook. He hit the back of your head almost.
Yeah, and the problem is, if a guy turns his head while the guy's throwing a punch and the guy hits him behind the head, it's not the puncher's fault.
No, it's not.
And he's got him in the collar
Phil
tie.
does go for the takedown.
And he stuck
Nicely
that
sprawled
takedown
from Wanderlei.
beautifully. Double underhooks here.
Phil going for wrestling, trying to utilize his wrestling. See if we can make him pay for that. Oh, looking for the knee in the clinch.
Beautiful time takedown here. Pushing him away, trying to create some distance.
Oh, that cut is getting worse. He better be careful that the referee doesn't stop this one.
Another nice combination from Phil. Oh, big right hand from Phil over the top.
Punch! Looks to me like he recovered. Wow.
I'm struggling here.
Recovered quickly.
Knee to the body from Wanderlei.
Becoming a factor here.
Oh, looking for that vicious whip knee. Into the stomps. Oh, and that's it. The referee stepped in. Over. It was that knee in the Muay Thai clinch. I mean, that was looking sketchy for a minute there. Look at the state of me. I don't like my chances going into the finals here, especially if it's against fucking Overeem. We've still got that fight with Overeem and Bustamante to play out yet.
The referee mercifully
I took too much damage from Phil, I think, early on in the fight. Did manage to turn things around. And don't forget, we were already damaged coming into the fight. This is not looking good for a tournament victory here for Wanderlei. Oh, big stomp to the face. Left hook on the end of it. Referee has seen enough.
Wanderlei Silva!
The winner, Wanderlei Silva! And now the second match in the Pride Middleweight Grand Prix Semifinals. In the blue corner, from the Netherlands, Overeem.
Okay, the second semi-final match about to get underway. Alistair Overeem, the Demolition Man, taking on Murillo Bustamante. The winner will go through to the finals, where we align and wait for them. And one of these, whoever wins this is probably going to win the tournament, to be honest with you. Alistair carrying a little bit more damage into this round than Murillo is. I think Alistair's sitting at something like 23% head damage. Murillo sitting at something like 16%. Bustamante managing to get Quentin Jackson out of there pretty early, coming through probably the most freshest out of all the fighters in this tournament. Barely took any damage, barely exerted any cardio, but he's got it all to do here going up against Overeem.
The Demolition Man, Alistair Overeem! Aka corner, 183センチ、83キロ、Murillo Bustamante!
Alright, I'm excited for this. This second semi-final match about to get underway. Referee giving the final instructions to the fighters. Look at the size of Alistair Overeem, towering over Bustamante.
Ready? And we're underway with another Pride Fighting Championships. I'm the Fight Professor Stephen Quadros, alongside El Guapo, Boss Rutan, and welcome to the show. These two extremely talented mixed martial artists are competing for the final spot in the Pride Grand Prix Finals.
Wow, what a matchup. Both these fighters really want that Pride Grand Prix title. They are very hungry, and I know they're going to put up a good fight.
Pulls guard.
Smart move from Bustamante, early pull and guard, but Overeem floating over into the side mount, does not want to be sitting inside the guard of Bustamante, taking the full mount. This is now terrible for Bustamante. Got to get back to at least the half guard. He does so, gets the closed guard back. Nicely done from Murillo. Look out for arm bars and triangles from the bottom here. Tries for a butterfly sweep, but Overeem passes into the side mount. Trying to transition to north-south. Nice reversal for Murillo there. Didn't want to be taking knees to the head. He doesn't. He's still in danger. Overeem's got a good guillotine. Murillo's got to watch out. Nice reversal from Bustamante to get top position. And again, Overeem getting north-south. Look out for knees to the head. Murillo got to move. This is terrible. But Overeem not out of danger. Does wise decisions to back away from the open guard there. Smart move rather than hanging out in the guard and playing with Bustamante's ground game. Big right hand over the top lands for Murillo there. Overeem should be using his reach, keeping the fight at range. Maybe try and time a knee if Murillo tries to shoot him for a takedown. Those knees of Overeem are deadly. Nice catch on the kick from Murillo and brings Overeem to the mat with a nice takedown. Overeem again on that north-south position. Murillo falls to his back. Very smart move and a nicely timed shot entry there from Murillo, getting the fight to the ground.
What do we call this? Rope walking? I mean, normally it's fence walking, right?
Overeem does a nice job of getting top position. Tries for a crucifix. Nice reversal from Bustamante. Overeem opened up underneath the left eye.
Steps out of guard into side control.
Doing a good job of getting top position again on Overeem. Alistair getting the half guard back. And you just think it's a matter of time before Murillo manages to lock up a submission here. I'm surprised he's not gone for one off his back here, either an armbar or a triangle.
Pops right over into side control.
Overeem with a nice float over into full mount.
Yeah, with the full mount, I always say go higher, sit higher on the chest.
Yeah.
The opponent on the... Oh!
Nice turn from Bustamante. Front
Front
headlock from Alistair, but Murillo got to move. He can't sit there and take knees to the head like that. Nice job to pull Overeem into the guard. Another reversal by Alistair, but he's not. That's better. He's out of the full guard, into the half guard. Needs to take a side mount here or a full mount. Halfway through round number one.
And he's got side control now.
Overeem trying to take north-south. Murillo reverses him though. Oh, and another nice. They certainly are. Nice reversal again from Alistair.
Really in a bad position.
Full guard again from Murillo. Nicely pass. Oh, Alistair again trying to take that crucifix. Murillo working on that cut there underneath the right eye of Overeem. Couple of hammer fists landed for Bustamante. And Bustamante cut over the left eyebrow as well.
Now it's
north-south.
Oh, big knee to the head from Alistair. Murillo can't stay. He's got to move. And I'm liking my chances a little bit more in the finals. But if these two go to like a 15-minute war. Look out, Kimura from the bottom from Murillo. Is the half guard. He's got Alistair locked up in the half guard. But Alistair manages to escape. Nicely done to stay composed. Worm that arm free. Now he's transitioning into north-south. Look out for knees to the head here. Floating over into full mount. Murillo trying to book him off. Alistair looking for ground and pound from the full mount. And again, Murillo trying to book him off. Alistair showing some good top control here with a wide base in the mount. Oh, looking for that big hammer fist. Murillo manages to turn him to his left. Front headlock again, though, from Overeem. Murillo has got an escape here. These knees to the head. You don't want to be taking these from Alistair. Tries for the butterfly sweep. Alistair again thinking about north-south maybe there. So Bustamante having a tough time dealing with Overeem in the grappling here. He made Rampage look easy, but Overeem is, he's got those Ubereem stats though. I don't know if the mod has edited Overeem stats, Or they've just kept the same stats from heavyweight Overeem. I'm guessing it's just been kept the same, but they've just changed his weight in the game's code to light heavyweight.
They're both aggressive and they're both look for the finish.
Gets that back, you fight that 2-on-1. If he gets that body lock, you gotta fight it off. You swim that up. Good. Okay, he's tired. His legs are tired from trying to hold that big force. Okay, push the pace. Push the pace right now. Good.
And let's look at some of the action.
Cutman with a bit of work to do there on Overeem's face. A couple of cuts opened up for Overeem. Nice head movement from Bustamante, throwing that looping overhand over the top on Overeem. There was the Kimura attempt from the half guard. Overeem does a nice job of getting the arm free, passing into the side mount.
Seconds out, ladies. Seconds out.
And here we go, round number 2.
Second round underway. Bustamante in on a shoot, nicely sprawled from Overeem.
Ooh, nice hook there, caught him. Yeah, that left hook to the body, aka the liver shot, will do some damage.
Bustamante pulling to the guard. And again, Overeem looking for that crucifix, and Bustamante's reversed that every time.
Beautiful reversal here.
Beautiful, he's a marauder. Oh, Overeem got to be careful with those arms while he's in the guard of Bustamante.
Whoa.
I've already seen Bustamante throw up a Kimura out of nowhere. Could be an armbar next time or a triangle.
That was beautiful. Nice reversal. That connected. There's a big right.
And he brings his head
Oh, there's a nice left that lands from Alistair. Oh, and another nice left lands from Overeem there. Bustamante with the guard open. Breaks the posture of Overeem. Oh, and another right gets through from Bustamante. You got to be careful. He's taking some shots on the ground from Alistair. Tries to sweep with the butterfly guard. Overeem gets the read on it. Oh, look at that transition. Overeem going for the north-south, but it's Bustamante getting the reversal. 2 big knees to the head. Putting Alistair on Queer Street in round number 2, trying to finish the fight. Overeem does a good job of breaking the posture, but there's another knee to the head from Bustamante. Tries to take the full mount. Alistair counters it and ends up in top position. That was a big moment for Bustamante there. Alistair getting rocked badly by those knees. Beautiful. Big hammer fist landing for Overeem in the side mounts. Bustamante got to recover at least a half guard here.
And that cut is looking bad. He'd better be careful that the doctor doesn't stop this one.
Oh, maybe a possible appearance from Vampiro. I don't know about that. You've got to really work the cuts in this game to get the doctors to come in. Oh, Alistair getting a bit of payback. 2 big rights, rocking Bustamante in round 2, trying to finish the fight. Over! Alistair Overeem is going to be progressing through to the finals, and that's our opponent. And it looks like Alistair Overeem is going to win this tournament, because we already busted up beyond fucking recognition at this point. But Alistair took a bit of damage as well, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think Alistair's probably going to win. His stats are sort of like 91 in this game, and I think Wanderlei's are sort of like 88.
The referee really earned his reputation by stopping this one.
There was a nice comeback from Alistair, though, after getting rocked on the ground earlier on by Bustamante. It was those shots in the side mount from Alistair that turned the tide. There's even a third every day.
And now, the final Pride Middleweight Grand Prix Championship match. In the blue corner, from the Netherlands, Alistair Overeem.
So the finals of the Pride Middleweight Grand Prix ends with Alistair Overeem versus Wanderlei Silva, and the damage coming into this one, we're sitting at 34% head damage and Alistair is sitting at 42% head damage, so it's pretty close. But Alistair is a little bit more marked up than we are, but I'm sure he could fucking get back into it because his stats are going to be fucking way powerful than ours.
In the red corner, from Brazil, Wanderlei Silva.
And I think in the 2005 middleweight tournament, the one that Mauricio Shogun Hua was the winner of, he was Wanderlei's teammate, and I think it was it Overeem he faced in the final there. I think it was Overeem. Oh no, it was a Rona, excuse me. I think it was a Ricardo Rona. He finished in the finals. Ignore me, I'm talking shit.
これより決勝戦を行います。青コーナー195センチ116キロザ・デモリションマンアリステア・オーブレー
Alistair Overeem, 35, 11-0 with 1 no contest overall. He's 7-7 in Pride.
赤コーナー178センチ83キロジアック・マダーラワンダレイ・シルバー
The axe murderer Wanderlei Silva is 33, 11, 1-1 overall. He's 22-4 in Pride Fight Championships. Look at the height difference. Overeem towering over Wanderlei. Alright, let's see if we can get this done. I don't like my chances, I really don't. Might be fucking diving for a double leg here, if I know what's good for me. We can't, that's not Wanderlei's way.
Welcome to the Pride Fighting Championships. I am the fight professor, Stephen Quadros, alongside my broadcast partner, El Wapo, Boss Rootin. Rootin' tootin'.
Oh, don't want to be
8 men entered, and now only 2 remain.
messing with the clinch.
One of these men is going to go home with a Pride Middleweight Grand Prix crown.
They're both going to do everything in their power to take that title
Oh,
home.
Overeem in on a
I don't know how
takedown.
much they have left after 2 fights each, but to get to this level, you have to be so mentally tough. This is going to be a beautiful fight.
So we're both damaged, probably fatigue setting in for the both of us. Oh, look at that. Overeem just catching me with a head kick as I'm coming in.
Punches and bunches, that's why they call this. He doesn't step that low kick in, that right low kick. He needs to step it in deeper or set it up with a punch. Oh, great punch.
Getting caught with a left hook on the inside there. Oh, big left hand over the top from Overeem. Oh, nice left head kick lands for fucking Bass's commentary. Oh, running into an uppercut, that's never good.
Good punches to the head.
Oh, big right hook connects for Wanderlei.
That's when you want to keep your hands up.
He saw that coming.
Oh, big knee to the body from Alistair.
Great counter punch. So many punches being
tried for the
landed
clinch there, but I got caught with the right hand on the way in.
That connected. There's a big right. Always keep your nose on your opponent, I say.
Even
not your
when
eyes.
you bow.
Even when you bow. Now, a lot of guys say keep your eyes on your opponent, but then you can still move your face to the side. No, nose. Peripheral vision all over the place.
He's got the half collar.
Trying to lock up the clinch. Up against the ropes, looking for Muay Thai knees.
And that cut is looking bad.
Overeem breaks
He
away.
better be careful that the doctor doesn't stop this one.
Oh, trying for that flying knee. Alistair having none of it. Oh, high kick. Just got the defense up to Alistair. Big knee to the body. Oh, and another hard knee to the body.
Nice body shot there. Oh, and he's mixing it up, you know, finishing it up, wrapping it up with a kick.
Bit of
That's
fatigue.
great stuff.
Setting in for
And
Alistair.
he's got him in the collar tie. Beautiful body shot. I think fatigue is setting in for both guys here.
Oh, little bit of fatigue setting in for me there as I try to do that clinch. Let's just back away a little bit, get my cardio back. Oh, big shots from Alistair. He's fighting out of the southpaw stance now.
He can deal with a punch.
Oh, big right hand over the top from Wanderlei, and that's it. Over. Huge right hook to the head. by Wanderlei, knocks out Alistair Overeem, and Wanderlei Silva is the 2000 Grand Prix tournament champion, but we're in 2025. Look at this. The middleweight tournament champion, Wanderlei Silva. He was looking a bit sketchy for a minute there, I must admit. Overeem goes for the low kick on the inside. Wanderlei comes in, meets him with a huge right hook to the head. Big follow-up ground and pound, massive left. Overeem not responding to any of them. Oh, big right hook to the head from Wanderlei. Couldn't get any soccer kicks to the face in. Some typical Wanderlei brutal kicks to the face. Never got in those positions.
Ladies and gentlemen, your tournament champion, Wanderlei Silva!
Love that little cutscene there with the tournament title round your waist and holding up that trophy. All the confetti coming down. Alright, so there's the middleweight tournament champion, and it's Wanderlei, the Axe Murderer Silva. Beautiful, he's a marauder. Alright, let's see. What happens if I press triangle here? Oh, tournament information. Weight class was middleweight, difficulty was on advanced, 8 people in the bracket. Energy set. Oh, that's just recapping all the rules that you set up. That was fun to do. I just, like I say, I've done it because we can't get title mode in. We can't have title mode in Pride mode in this game, and there's not many critiques, like I said at the beginning, that I have of this game. You know, it's not a perfect game by any means, but there's a few little things that I wish that they would have included back in the day, and I wish you could have done title mode, doing it in a Pride run, but it's all UFC title mode, unfortunately. So we have to do our own version of title mode, if you like it, if we want to do Pride, and we have to do it in tournament mode. Oh, that's how I want to do it anyway. I don't know about anyone else. But that was fun to do. I might do more of these alongside title mode, because, like I say, if we do title mode, it's all just UFC venue, you know what I mean? And it's all UFC, so I want to get a bit of Pride action going as well. You know, I love Pride. And if we constantly do title mode, we're not going to get any Pride action, so I might do a heavyweight Grand Prix. I'm thinking of doing one with Mirko Cro Cop, and sending him through a heavyweight tournament with some of the biggest heavyweights in the roster. We could do some lightweight or welterweight Pride Grand Prix, some Bushido Grand Prix, so like people like Gomi, you know, Dan Henderson. I could switch out the ring mod to the Bushido ring mod that is on the Undisputed Discord, which looks fucking awesome, by the way. So we'll if we do any lighter weight class tournaments, like lightweight or welterweight, we'll definitely be using that Bushido Pride ring. I don't think I've shown that off on the channel yet, but plenty of content to come with UFC Undisputed 3. Like I say, I want this to be a sort of main staple of the channel, as well as some, you know, other games in between, but I want to keep repping this game. It should never fade into obscurity, this game, at all. I know I've been asked by a bunch of people to play the UFC Forever mod, but like I keep saying, I don't think I can have the mod of UFC Forever and the base game with all my mods on the same PS3. I think one will overwrite the other, and I don't think I've got the file space to sort of make a backup save of this base game and you know, just to temporarily put UFC Forever on me PS3. I don't think I got the space, to be honest with you. So if anything, I'll try and get UFC Forever going on the emulator. But you know what, to be honest with you, like, I don't really care too much for the new roster when it comes to this game. Like, to me, this game is all about the default roster, and it's a time capsule for me, this game. Like, I was at the height of my MMA fandom when this game was out and the Pride era was going on. You know, I was a regular watcher of Pride back in the day, which people forget, man. You know, like, it was actually difficult being in the UK to get all the Pride events. Back then, I had to scour eBay for someone selling, like, burned CDs with the events that had just been put onto discs, like, a few days after the pay-per-view had been aired. So I was at my height of my MMA fandom, and it was watching the Pride show. So this holds a very special place in my heart with this roster and stuff. And it doesn't mean to say I'm never going to play the UFC Undisputed Forever game, but I just feel like the moment I play that game, the mod, should I say, people aren't going to want to see the old roster anymore. They're going to just want to see the new fighters. And for me, if I want to see the new fighters, I'll just go and play UFC 5. I know it's not the same game. This UFC 5 shit compared to this, but I'd rather have the unique roster that this fighter has in the Legends. It's just full of fucking great names, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I love the base game, and I love it more than the mod, to be honest with you. They do great work with the mod. I'm not knocking their work. It's phenomenal work, what they've been able to do. You know, put fighter skins and updated all the stuff, changed move sets of the new fighters, but I appreciate this game for what it is, like, at its base level. I fucking love it. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to support me on Patreon, there's a link in the description where you can do that. If there's want to drop a donation on me, there's a PayPal link in the description if you want to drop a few coins in the old tip jar. I'd be very appreciative. Or you can drop me a super thanks. Have a lovely day, whatever you're up to. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.